Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot, a place of self-transformation through illumination. My name is Desiree, and this is a video for the energy of Capricorn. I've been using 3 decks for this series. We have Tarot Avatara by Gabby Angus West, Megamundan, the Tattoo Tarot by Megamundan, and then the Medicine Woman Oracle by Christine Maillard. And we are going to draw an oracle card at the end. So we're going to start off by pulling 3 main energies from the Tarot Avatara. This is a beautiful deck made in honor of Frida Kahlo, the Mexican surrealist artist. And I really enjoy working with this deck. Now, as I said, this is for the energy of Capricorn. You may or may not have a placement in the sign of Capricorn, but you definitely have a house in the sign of Capricorn. So you can resonate with this reading even if you don't have a placement there. All right, let's see what's going on with you, Capricorn. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse, and the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, let's see. There's the black cat. So overall, I'm getting sort of a feeling of not having a direction, not knowing exactly where you want to go, how you're going to get there, and why. So I do see that there is a definite desire to be successful, to have the things that you want, to realize all of your dreams and bring those dreams into fruition. But for some reason, there is just a lack of bringing it to this realm. Now, our dreams, they live on a different realm, I like to say, because we can dream and we can just think about what it is that we want, and we can just see it in our mind's eye. But actually bringing it to the physical realm is an entirely different story. So let's pull from the Megamundan deck and see. Let's dive deeper into this message, because this is very vague, which is why I use a second deck. It's unfortunate that y'all can't hear my shuffling. I have like compressors and all this stuff on my mic so that you can't hear the background noise and you just hear my voice. And it's unfortunate that you just can't hear the shuffling, because it's just so relaxing, I think. The Tarot Avatara shuffles beautifully. It's a linen cardstock. It's matte, and it just slides. Beautiful. Ace of Wands. All right. 10 of Wands. Amazing. 6 of Cups. The Emperor. The Hanged Man. Knight of Wands in reverse. 6 of Swords. 8 of Swords. And 5 of Coins. So I see that you have this desire, which is in line with having the wishing, right? Just not exactly knowing what it is you need to do. You have this burning desire you have an idea of what it is that you want to do, and you see yourself completing it. You see yourself going from A to Z. Just do you see yourself getting there? But I think what you're having trouble is all the stuff in the middle, B through Y, right? You have all of those steps in the middle is kind of what is tripping you up. And I see I see here with the Six of Swords that you just need to really sit down and start planning. Now, Tattoo Mundan is sort of like a pip deck in which the pips are not illustrated. So I don't read them quite as RWS all the time. But so this Six of Swords doesn't necessarily mean a journey for me. What this Six of Swords is telling me that you really need to get a plan together. You have like the outlining plan. You've kind of created something, but you need to make the plan more concrete. You need to start putting in other there's got to be other inputs going in on and possibly even collaborating with someone to helping you decide what this plan is. If you have a mentor, maybe your parents can help you get there. Somebody who has been through this can help you put this plan together. The desire, the outcome is there, and I see that you totally want that. You totally want that. The Queen of Wands here, with her being in reverse, there is probably most likely a lack of action and a lack of putting the emotion and the action together. And perhaps you might be putting in the wrong emotions and the wrong actions together. Perhaps it is that there's a lack of action, and then you have a defeatist emotion, which is keeping you in a place of not moving. And so the answers that I see here, we have another 6. We need you to reevaluate these emotions and then use these emotions to help use this Emperor energy to start building things, to start putting things together. He is a major archetype in here. So not only is he a builder, but he is an architect, meaning that he plans and then he builds and he executes it with precision. And so that's what I'm seeing happening here. 8 of Swords in reverse. Now this is giving me a bit of a question mark, and I'm not exactly seeing how this is interplaying with this, but there is an issue. There is an air, that's weird that I said that because this is an air card, with possibly the plan not being as solid as it needs to be. And so I think there's going to need to be a revision of perhaps your emotional attachment to what it is you're trying to accomplish, because I feel that this card here is just trying to tell us that the plan is not as stable as it should be. Okay. Then right next to the Emperor, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. And so what I'm getting from here is to really not to second guess yourself, to really be confident in what it is that you're doing and go at it with some tenacity and vigor. 5 of Coins down here. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So there's possibly a situation in that you might be experiencing. So with our Coins energy, I'm not exactly getting a good read on this one either. Because in RWS, the 5 of Coins is loss, right? And we do have this skull here, which is indicative. It indicates indicates death, change. But when I think of a 5, I think of it transcending the material plane. I think of it as spirit. I think of it as you leave the 4 and you're kind of upgraded to the 5th plane, right? You're upgraded from physical, and you're able to graduate into the next dimension almost, and maybe not as a solid movement upward, but maybe a glimpse of it upward. You can see yourself making moves. You can see it in your mind's eye, but it hasn't necessarily reflected in your physical yet. So what I'm seeing here, okay, now that I've spoken that out loud, with our 9 of Cups in reverse, so you don't quite have that emotional attainment just yet. You don't really have an emotional attachment to what it is that you want to accomplish. And so I think what this 5 of Coins is telling you here is to take a step forward in regards to your resources, and put some more of your tangible resources into what it is that you wish to accomplish. And I think maybe that might be that part where you're kind of stuck and you don't quite know what to do. You're possibly afraid of maybe taking that financial leap forward. And perhaps it's because you don't have that confidence in yourself yet. You don't have that emotional attachment connected to the action. And so you're afraid to put in some of your tangible resources to help propel you to the next level. So what I see is that take a gamble on yourself and try and put in just a little bit more resource, or the resource that you need that can propel you into the next level, into that next plane of reality, into bringing your dream into that next step, right? Maybe step number or letter X, right? Or no, that's too far down the line. So step letter, let's do K, okay? Because you reformulated your plan here, you're seeking help from others and maybe reworking that plan, and so you're now at step K, and now it's time to take a bit of a gamble and put basically your money where your action is, okay? Put the money where your heart is. And I can relate to this because I have a lot of YouTube equipment, right? And it's all kind of Amazon cheapy stuff, because a lot of the stuff I bought it for my daughter a few years ago when she was interested in making content. And of course, we didn't want to buy her the top of the line stuff. So I'm using that, but I'm finding that it's really difficult for me to get my lighting right, my camera. One of my cameras isn't as good as the other. And so I'm kind of at this point where, should I take that leap and buy some more stuff, or should I just continue with what I have? And so I'm kind of at a crossroads, and I can kind of feel this energy too. I can relate to it as well. I have these big grandiose dreams, but I don't quite know if it's going to be a success or not. I definitely have the emotional attachment, and I know what it is that I want to do. It's just that I'm afraid to take my resources that I do have and inject it into a dream at this point. And especially with our finances, and this is a little personal, but I'm going to share it. Perhaps it'll help you. Our finances are a little tight at the moment. I don't work full time. I work part time, and most of my time is spent here at the house, taking care of kids, dropping them off, and all of that stuff. And so we're basically working on 1.5 income, and And so for me, it wouldn't be the wisest idea for me to take this step forward in regards to putting my resources into my dream, right? And so that's where your third eye and your what am I looking for here? The mechanism that is within you, and you knowing your situation as to whether or not you can really take this leap of faith and inject a little bit more financial help into your dream. For me, at this present time, I cannot. But for you, you might be able to. But I do see a little bit of a disconnect from the emotion to the action. And I think it lies here. I think once you reformulate your plan and get to maybe K or L or M, and you feel more confident in what it is you're doing, how you're going to achieve it, maybe even writing a business plan. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a business. Perhaps you want to go for your education or whatever. But formulating some sort of plan so that you can match your mental, you can match your emotional, and you can match your action oriented, and see if you can inject the physical, the resources into helping you get and achieve this goal. All right. Ooh, that was a tough one. I'm glad I got it out. It was hard for me for a moment, but once I got it, it started flowing. All right, so now we are going to do the Medicine Woman Oracle. We're going to pull our cards here, or no, just one card, and see what little nugget of information we can give. Now, last video, I went on a tangent about this being a feminine energy-centric deck, and I don't want to leave my masculine out, right? But I'm not going to go on a tangent again. But I do want my masculine viewers to know that we can always learn from the other polarity. I want all of my viewers to know we can always learn from the other polarity, right? It doesn't necessarily... We can take the message and kind of tailor it to what it means for us. All right, let's see what card we have. Autumn. How pretty is that card? I really like this teal down here. Okay, the sun is coming out. So this section of cards, these cards are broken up into sections. So this is the Totems Allied Spirits card. In shamanism, all is circle. The medicine wheel represents the universe, or the great all that contains all things. The medicine wheel is divided into 4 sections corresponding to the 4 cardinal points: north, south, east, and west. Each cardinal point is usually associated with a season, animal, and element. Each totem or allied spirit carries a specificity that the shamans call medicine power, a force they will pass on to you. So this is autumn, and a time for letting go. Lighten your load. In Celtic tradition, the autumn equinox, which is coming up, symbolizes the time of abundance. Harvests are at their peak, but also the season during which we need to prepare for austerity. Autumn is a time of descent. Warmth and light declines, energy fades. It is a deep phase of letting go. The season brings with it a double outer-inner movement, a transition. Nature slowly goes to sleep, divesting itself of all that is destined to die to be recycled into humus. She invites us to let go of what weighs on us or has passed its peak. Guidance. Whatever the season you're in right now, this card indicates a time of transition, of coming home to yourself and letting go. You may be moving forward at a steady pace, doing your best to respond to external requests. By forging ties with the medicine inside you, you can connect your instinctive force and listen to your own rhythms. You need to take stock, observe. What projects have been crowned with success? What dreams have manifested? It is time to harvest the fruits of your work and to stock up for the winter, letting go of what produces nothing, your dead leaves. Awaken the medicine. In an echo of the autumn season and the element of earth associated with it, reconnect to your inner earth, your humus, your rooting. Strengthen your grounding to let go and lighten your load. Become the tree that lets its leaves and nuts fall to the ground. Explore this in-between outer-inner period, this time of returning to intimacy, and ask yourself, of what do you need to let go to divest yourself on the physical plane, but also the psychological or relationship plane. Fears, habits, a relationship, to bring yourself closer to your essential truth and the nature of who you are, your true self. Make an offering to Mother Earth, a poem, a song, or food. All right, so what I'm getting to this and how I'm relating to the reading is that perhaps there are the emotional connection that you have put. Maybe it's not the fact that it's not strong enough. Maybe it's just a wrong type, or it's the wrong action, and there's something that needs to be let go. Perhaps there is more time that needs to be spent in the thinking realm, and seeing what it is that you need to build upon in more of a logical way. Because this card is telling us that it's rest time, right? It's possibly that you've worked and worked and worked and worked and worked, and maybe you need a little bit of respite. And sometimes what we need is like that hermit energy to kind of take a break, to distance ourselves from what it is that has transpired, and reflect. And then formulate the plan there, and then start the action mode. So just because nature goes to sleep, though, doesn't mean it's time for you to go to sleep. I mean, we live in an industrialized world, and we don't get the break that nature gets, and we're not on that timing, unfortunately. So just kind of take a look and see if there's anything that needs to let go. Do you possibly need to take a break, take a rest, and possibly maybe that is what you need to distance yourself from it, and then come back to it with a fresh set of rested eyes, right? All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being a part of this channel. And if you know of anyone who can benefit from this message, Capricorn or not, because remember, we have all of the zodiacal energies within ourselves, just share this message, okay? Someone who might be able to get a nugget of inspiration from here. That would be greatly appreciated by me and by the person you're sharing this with. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Oh, I should have said this at the beginning. I'm going live tonight. I'll make a post, but Dr. Danny is going to discuss the upcoming eclipse season and the energies that are involved with that. And I'm going to do a nice little tarot reading for the viewers. So hopefully I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you next video. Take care.